Hey, I'm Josh Burns, and I'm here to do my video on China in the Song Dynasty. China in the Song Dynasty was divided into two separate parts. There was a northern song and a southern song. And the Song Dynasty, it had a population of around 100 million people, and it was spread out in education. It was established in February of 960. The Song Dynasty, it restored unity in China and immensely improved the economy. In the dynasty, foot binding was very popular. They had Shansu style of painting. It became very popular. And the Song Dynasty, it was overall, it was a pretty rich culture for China. And with the expansion of growth, with the expansion of growth, women oftentimes they gave up being homemakers to run businesses and things like that. In the Northern Song Dynasty, the variety play was created. And the Northern Dynasty, it actually lasted from 960 to 1127. And during this time, there were hundreds of plays created, but none of the scripts actually survived. There was a Northern Song opera. And the Northern Song, it performed longer than the Southern Song opera. It had storylines that ranged from ghosts to villains to heroes. Love stories also became popular, and no matter what the plot was, the characters were always dressed in very, very elaborate costumes, and they also combined acting, speech, declamation, and singing, and they had a comic number. Excuse me. And music. They did play parts. They had low comedy prologue. They did music epilogue. Main play, it was in one or two scenes. And then you go to the Southern Song Dynasty. It lasted from 1127 to 1279. It had dramas that were created. Roughly 691 professional scripts were created, but none of them actually survived either. The Southern drama, mimes became very popular. They were originally created by folk authors. The Southern drama made poetry and music available to ordinary people. It merged into a drama that used informal language, flexible verses, and was set to very popular music. They had professional playwrights. Hundreds of them were written, but only 113 titles and 3 plays remain today. Hangzhou's writing and societies wrote Southern dramas. Let's see, Zhuangyai, excuse me if I didn't pronounce that popular, but he was the most popular in 3 of the texts. And in the professional districts, in some of the districts, up to 50 of the playhouses existed. During the Song Dynasty, professional theater and districts started booming. These playhouses that hosted the plays and performed by puppets and mechanical dolls. In the Northern Song, there were 4 theaters that could seat up to, it was thousands of people. There was a shadow play, and one of the most widely performed plays during the Song Dynasty is a shadow play. The faces of the puppets, they were very delicate, usually replicating the makeup of characters in opera and such. Shadow puppets, they were created to mimic human movement on the screen, and while having, you know, rod movement to control them. There was an early form of opera. It was in the Northern Song Theater. That song period, it was created in the New Theater in both North and South. And their government, it was a monarchy type of government in the Song Dynasty. And I also read that in the Song Dynasty, the government was one of the first in the world history to issue banknotes, or actual paper money, and nationally. And it was the it was the first Chinese government to establish a permanent standing navy. Thank you.